for Colin and Ryan. They're going to act out a film noir scene and narrate to each other in the style of some music that we've selected for them. What we'd like from the audience, unlikely place for a film noir scene. Barbershop. Barbershop. You're acting out a film noir scene, set at a barbershop, and go ahead whenever you're ready.
He fit the description of the man I was looking for. 6'5", 4'2" naked. Well, when he was naked, he stood like this. I was going to go undercover. I was going to try and look like I needed a haircut. Hi, I'd like a little less off the top.
Why don't you sit down in the chair right over there? Oh, I knew who he was. And I knew he wasn't here for a haircut. And even if he was, it wasn't going to take long. Say, you look like you could use a shave as well.
As he cut my artery, I felt something was wrong. Lucky, using my telekinesis, I could make my blood clot until I could finish my job. It didn't quite work, did it, Reggie?
Sorry about that.
I've been chasing you over 5 continents and 2 boroughs. I'm taking you back to Switzerland.
All right. I knew he was taking me. I knew there was no way out. Unless I did something drastic. Say, before we go, how about a shot of the green stuff I keep the combs in?
He didn't know I'd been drinking this stuff since I was 3. Didn't bother me at all, but I knew he had loose lips. That really has no relevance to what's going on now, but I notice things. There's a woman waiting for you in Switzerland, my friend. She wants her money back.
Well, let's go then. After you. But before we do, you really do need a shave. Why don't you sit in the chair?
All right.
Oh, he was going to Switzerland. But he wasn't going by plane. He wasn't going by train.
And they're going to narrate to each other, for each other, with the style of music we picked out. What I need from the audience is an unlikely place for a film noir scene. Airport terminals, first thing I heard. Airport terminal. Airport terminal. Airport terminal. So you're acting out a film noir scene, set at an airport terminal. Go ahead.
I had to leave the country fast. I've been involved with a poultry scam that went bad. There was only one chance. Big wing boy. Excuse me, I need a flight out of here really fast.
Oh, really? I'll see what I can do. I knew what he wanted. He wanted a big wing boy. But I hadn't done that for years. Seems we have a flight going out at 7:30. It's only going to Pomona.
Pomona. How ironic. That's where I was running from. No matter how hard I tried to get away, it would always pull me back. I want to go to Fresno.
Fresno, huh? That's a lovely town. It wasn't. Why don't you see if your carry-on fits through the hole there?
Make up your own joke here.
right if you just step through the metal detector. Beep, 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 beep. I knew he was going to set it off. I knew he had that metal plate installed in his head 3 years ago. That's where all the hair had gone. Take it from me, Big Wing Boy.
I realized when I set off the metal detector, it was just Big Wind Boy going. But I thought I would humor him. After all, he looked like someone who had never had any humor in his life. Maybe this is what set off the alarm. Get me a ticket, get it now.
A game called Narrate. This is for Colin and the Freak. Colin and the Tall Freak. What we do for the audience is an unlikely place for a film noir scene.
Bike shop.
Bike shop. Some bike shop. So you're at a bike shop. Not the best suggestion, but for the Freak, he can make anything funny. Right, Freak? I'm going to kill you.
You just have to forget now.
I forgot. All right. Okay. So, Colin and the Freak, you're going to act out a film noir. Set at a bike shop. Take it away, whatever you're ready.
"15 years ago, someone stole my Schwinn. I'd been searching all across America and 4 continents. I knew there were others, but I was pretty sure they weren't there. Everywhere led me to this strange bike shop where I noticed the owner was blowing up a Zeppelin. Excuse me. I'm looking for a special Schwinn as a banana seat and a I Love Canada sticker.
Really?
Yeah.
He asked for a banana seat. I wonder why. A banana seat, you say? They're kind of rare nowadays.
Are they? You don't have anything like that in the shop?
Well, I got one bike in the back room.
Really? Having been blinded by his tie, it took me a while to see that he actually had a banana seat sticking out the top of his pants. This was the man I'd been looking for 15 years. Now it was time for him to pay. What's this? That's my banana seat! My banana seat!
I'm going to get my gun.
As he was going for his gun, several emotions ran across my face. Fear, happiness, sadness. I knew I was going for an Emmy and yet would never get one. Man. Hey, what are you doing with that?
I want the seat back, and I want the seat back now.
What do you want with it? I'll hold it.
He asked me what I wanted with it. And although I didn't know, at this point I thought maybe I shouldn't have given him the gun.
I want you to assemble my bike the way it was 15 years ago from all the scrap around here right now. Do it fast. Squeaky, 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 squeaky. Clunk.
Yeah, it was put together. But wait till you see what happens when he rides it.
I didn't want the Firestone tires.
Man, you don't want to go to karaoke night with Wayne Brady. Let me tell you. Okay, let's go on to a game called Narrate. This is for Colin and Ryan. Colin and Ryan, you're going to act out a film noir scene and narrate for each other in the style of music we selected for you. And what we'd like from the audience is a suggestion for an everyday location where the scene might take place. Bowling alley. We haven't done yet. I think we did the other ones up. So you're in a bowling alley, your film noir scene, and go ahead and go.
I'd been searching for the man who stole my bowling ball 15 years ago. I tracked him to this small bowling alley in the middle of Wildo, Wisconsin. I was about to get lucky. Hey, nice style.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This face looks familiar. I didn't know if it was from my past or from some dog food can I'd kicked around in an alleyway. I decided to play it cool.
You playing it cool?
It's the way I always play it, stranger.
There was something about him that just turned my stomach. He was good looking like I had an afro. I decided to confront him. Hey, you. I know you took my bowling ball 15 years ago. I want it now.
I don't know what you're talking about. I knew what he was talking about. But I played by the rules and he didn't. You see, every time he comes forward to talk, he steps over the line.
I want my ball back.
Tell you what, I got a 5-10 split there. You pick it up, you can have your ball back.
I was going to enjoy showing this guy up. I don't care about any line. I can go anywhere I want. Because this is America, the best country in the world. And if a man can't go over the bowling line, then we might as well walk around with tin cans on our ears and some sour cream on our head.
Tough break. Looks like the concrete I put under the pins worked. Nothing could knock those suckers down. I knew he was coming. He came in every night for the last 3 years. Sorry.
Going to a game now called Narrate. This is for Ryan and Colin. If I to come down, this is a bizarre game. I can't really describe it. All they do is improvise and narrate for each other. Breakfast in a diner is the improvisation you have to do. And I think we'll give you some music just to create some mood, and you narrate for each other. Away you go.
Excuse me. I'll have some eggs. Easy over. Some hash browns and some of those sausages you cook up so nice and hot.
He sat there like a big boil on nature's back. The very look at him made me sick. And what he did next made me even sicker.
How about if I come back and help you make those eggs? I didn't know how to tell him I had no money to pay for this breakfast. I knew he'd make me work it off somehow.
He broke 3 carrots and put them into a frying pan. Then he took some lettuce and did something I'd never seen done with lettuce before.
I knew it was turning him on. I didn't really care for men, but I like to tease him a bit.
I'd heard of salad dressing before, but this was crazy.
Weren't we all? Next game is called Narrate. This is for Colin and Ryan. They're going to act out a film noir scene, and they're going to narrate to each other in the style of some music we selected for them. And what we need of the audience is an everyday location. Okay, bus stop. Let's make it a bus stop. So you're at the bus stop, and it's called Narrate. Go ahead.
My travels had taken me all across this great big land, looking for the one man who punched my ticket 15 years ago. It was payback time. Like to go to Boise?
Why did you step right aboard? I wasn't the driver, but I wasn't about to tell him that. I was just some schmo in the same situation he was in. But hell, I knew how to drive a bus.
How long's the trip gonna be?
Your guess is as good as mine.
The bus was taken off without me.
Look, why don't you grab a seat in the back? It seems to be pretty empty. Except for the last 3 rows where I'd been piling up bodies for the last week.
Seems a little crowded back there. Pull over right now.
What's the problem?
All the bodies back there.
I knew he'd saw the bodies, but I thought I would distract him for a moment.
It was now or never. There was only one thing I could do. I wish I knew what the hell it was. Say, there's a parrot on your shoulder.
Colin and Ryan, they're going to act out a film noir scene with some music we picked out for them. What we need from the audience is, what do you think would be an unlikely place for a film noir scene?
Bathroom. Dry cleaner. Circus. Kid.
Oh, circus. That's even better. I was going to do dry cleaner. We're going to do circus. Let's do circus. So let's see the film noir scene set in the circus. Take it away.
I've been working on a case. During that case, a lion and a tiger had been set upon me, chewing me to bits. I thought maybe a circus would give me the answer I was looking for. I was looking for a freak. A tall, tall freak. Freaks, tigers, lions. It all added up to the circus. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Seen any tall freaks? Look, someone tried to kill me a couple of days ago. I think it was you.
It wasn't me. Why are you blaming me? I knew he was going to blame me for everything. Probably even that elephant dung he was standing in right at the moment. If I could do him that big, I'd be a proud man. Look, why can't we let bygones be bygones?
Bygones be bygones? You tried to kill me, and now I'm going to return the favor. It was then I realized I had nothing to kill him with. But then the dung gave me an idea. But then I got rid of that idea and came up with a better one. Look, I won't kill you if you write me a good act. I want to get back on the top again. And you were the best clown writer ever. Until this sword swallowing thing went bad. Sorry.
Lucky he didn't know my true identity is Bobo the Clown. I guess he didn't spot the zipper on the hood I wear over my head. I hope he's not listening.
I was listening. But I'd already noticed the zipper. I didn't need him talking about it. Zip. Okay, this was different. I wasn't expecting this. When a man has 2 large bass attached to his ears, you just don't know what to do next. I'm not kidding. I don't know what to do next. We have such
fun here, but only in the interval when we're not filming. So let's go on to a game called Narrate for Colin and Ryan. If you come on down, you have to do a scene where you narrate for each other, i.e. you say what the other one's doing, the way we've done on this show before, in the style of some music which will be playing along. And the scene is it's a door-to-door salesman, that's you, Colin, and a housewife, that's you, Ryan. Okay?
As I walked up to the door, I felt some sort of dread. This was the first door I'd ever knocked. What lay behind? I don't know. Knock, knock, knock.
I heard the knock on the door. I heard the knock on the door. I wasn't expecting company, but, well, it's only been 3 days since the operation. I thought, what the hell?
Something answered the door. I wasn't quite sure what, but I was a door-to-door salesman after all. Best just to plunge in. Need some encyclopedias?
Why don't you just come right in? I didn't need encyclopedias, but I thought I might need some other things off him. Couldn't think of a thing to say to him.
She gave me the kind of look that would give a lovesick yak second thoughts. There was something strange about the way she kept pulling her earlobes, undressing me slowly with her eyes.
Care to have a little drink?
Sure.
He looked nervous. I thought maybe at this point I should put some clothes on. Pour yourself something tall and long.
I looked for a sledgehammer. I figured if I could hit it over the head, I could leave the encyclopedias, take the money, and run. It was just a thought, a crazy thought, but it was just maybe worth doing.
I could hear everything he was thinking. I was ready for him.
I don't know. Something that doesn't matter. Now, let's move on to a game called Narrate. This is for Colin and Ryan, and you're going to act out a film noir scene and narrate for each other to the styles of music that we already selected for you. And what we'd like from the audience is an unlikely place, just an everyday place people might meet. Coffee shop. Oh, gas station. I'm sorry. We have a winner. Gas station. So, you're at a gas station, and go ahead and start the scene.
He had the kind of face only a mother could love. If that mother was blind in one eye and had that sort of milky film over the other one. You know what I mean? But still, he was my identical twin. And it had taken me 8 years to track him down to this gas station. Jed, it's me, Phil.
I recognized the voice. And I was looking right up his dress. I knew who it was. Long time no see.
Yeah, last time I saw him, he tried to murder me. But when you kill someone by chopping off their head, rolling them up in a carpet and burning it, you better make sure they're dead.
What brings you by?
I came by for my part of the inheritance. Nice gas station you opened up.
Thanks. Apparently he'd forgotten why he was kicked out of town in the first place. The sheriff caught him giving his wife a lube job in late November. I wasn't going to bring it up again. I knew it was a touchy subject with him. Haven't seen you since the lube job.
Hey! Come on! What the hell? Never mention that again!
Sorry, it slipped.
I overreacted. But that was just to keep him off guard for what I was about to do next. You owe me $100,000. Oh!
Yeah, it hurt. But I wasn't going to let him see that. I was going to play it cool like I always did. Why'd you do that?
And now I'm going to do something I should have done a long time ago.
Take it easy with the rivet gun. You ain't gonna rivet no one. What he didn't was no. Was that I was dyslexic.
Colin and Ryan are going to act out a scene and narrate for each other the whole time. The scene is Colin is a woman who has come to Ryan's hardware store. And to help you, there'll be some music to set the mood.
I was hoping you had the kind of hardware I needed. I'm a hard woman to please. Even harder to look at.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like a big hammer.
I knew she wanted a big hammer. Maybe a couple nails and a good screw. I showed her what I had to offer. Oh, ma'am, you might want to take a look along the shelves up there.
As I looked at the shelves, I could feel his eyes looking at every curve of my body. I could almost hear his heart scream, "I want you."
I hope you have a man around the house who can help you with those kind of things. I knew she didn't because I'd gotten a good look at that big butt of hers. I knew there wasn't a man in Essex that would go after her. That'll be $59.95.
Thanks. He was charging me way too much. I knew I would have to kill him. Killed him like the other men who are just scum and treated me like dirt, not realizing that inside me was a beautiful person aching to get out and would never get out.
Hey, $59.95.
I'm sorry, big boy. That's the last overcharging you'll ever do.
She pulled a gun on me. She didn't know that behind her was the store manager, Phil, with a shotgun.
I fell for the old store manager, Phil, behind me with a shotgun. It was the 8th time this week. But he didn't know that Elmer, my pet termite, was slowly crawling up his leg, ready to bite into his jugular.
What am I, stupid?
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
They're talking about it, if you like. So you're two people hunting. And when the music starts, you just do that and describe what you're doing.
He was skinny as a post and twice as thick. I was a little worried having him out here in the middle of nowhere with a gun. I thought I'd see how well he could shoot. How well can you shoot?
I don't shoot bad. I'd kind of wondered why he had brought me to the corners of Oxford and Regent Street. I knew the game wasn't around this time of year, but I went along with him. Gee, haven't seen anything in quite some time.
He wasn't a handsome man. He had a face like a collapsed lung. I thought maybe we could go out and hunt up some cosmetics. What do you say we go look for some pancake?
Love to. I knew he was nervous. I'd seen that he had urinated not 5 minutes ago. But I played along. We hunted for pancake.
I could tell by his big, doggy brown eyes he had a secret. A secret he didn't want to share because you don't usually share secrets, otherwise they're not secrets anymore. My head hurt.
How you feeling?
Fine, how are you feeling?
All right. He doesn't think I noticed the big hatchet sticking in the top of his head. I'd thrown it while he wasn't looking not 10 minutes ago. Didn't bother him, it didn't bother me.
Actually, it did bother me. I mean, I have a hatchet in my head. That's gonna hurt, right? Well, doesn't it?
Suddenly I realized he could hear everything I was...
All right, okay.
Right here on Who's On. Yeah. Let's go on to a game called Narrate. In this game, Narrate, Colin and Ryan will act out a film noir scene and narrate for each other in the style of some music we have selected for them. What we need from the audience is an everyday location where this film noir scene could take place. Laundromat.
What?
Laundromat.
Laundromat?
So while you're acting on a film noir scene set at a laundromat, go ahead.
It was a day like any other, except it was 14 hours long and everyone was wearing pastels. I'd been searching for a man for 13 years. I had a feeling my search was about to come to an end. Excuse me. Have you ever seen this person?
I'd seen the picture he just showed me. It was him. Why he was wearing a Girl Scout outfit, I had no idea. I played it cool. No, mister, I've never seen that man.
You want some cookies while you're doing your laundry?
Thanks.
He fell for my trap. The cookies were laced with sodium hexamendamol, a severe truth serum. I was about to find out what I needed to know. Then I realized I was wearing a Girl Scout's outfit.
Delicious cookies.
Thanks. I'm looking for the man who took my sock 13 years ago.
I knew by now he thought I was under the influence of his cookies, even though I hadn't eaten one. I knew what he wanted to hear. I played his game. I don't suppose you could get those clothes out of the dryer for me, could you?
I knew he wanted me to go for the clothes. Then he would shove me in, close the door, and put me on high permanent press. I'd already fallen for that 3 times today. I was running out of socks. Yeah, I'll do that. Wait a minute.
His finger scared me.
Section has attitude. This section behind me here. Give me an unlikely place for a film noir scene.
Lingerie shop.
Lingerie shop. Lingerie shop is where your film noir scene is going to take place. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and start.
It was a cold day in October, but something went horribly wrong when they put the clocks back. It was now March. It was making my job much harder. I had to find the man who'd stolen the golden bra of Shibawa. Yeah, you heard me. The golden bra. I wasn't looking forward to this. Excuse me. I'm looking for a certain bra. It's gold, 38 DDD. That's 3 Ds.
I realize that. Thank you. Everything about him was 3D. Well, why don't you try on this one? It's not gold, but it might just fit.
I don't want it for myself. It's a museum piece. I could tell by the way he was trying to foist lingerie on me that he was strange. That and the fact that he was wearing a cat under his arm. A dead cat with a strange list under its paw. I'll get back to you on this later. I couldn't help this list. Things to buy once I sell the golden bra.
He thought he had me, but he didn't. How could you do something like that to me? It's not my list. It's the cat's. You did mention a cat, didn't you? I wasn't really listening.
No, you got it. He threw the cat away. It was just like he lifted and separated. was trying to blame the cat, but I knew cats don't steal bras, unless they're really smart.
Look, perhaps I could model some lingerie for you.
Sure, that would be... Aha!
You like what you see, mister?
Not particularly.
Oh, but you can't talk looking at him, can you?
No, I can't. He was wearing a thong. And he had it on backwards. Look, just give me that bra and I'll never say... Don't do that. I need that bra, otherwise an international incident will erupt.
An incident wasn't about the only thing that was going to erupt. You try wearing a thong backwards for 3 days. I see you looking at me. I see him looking at me. All right. Here's the golden bra you've been looking for. Take it. I don't want it anymore. But there's a curse on that bra. A curse that could mean your life.
Even though he was coming on to me, I knew I had to go. A curse. A bra that was cursed. Mama. What's it, Mama, right there?
It was at that moment that I realized he was Canadian.
They're going to act out a film noir scene for you, and we picked up music for them to act it out to. What we need from the audience is an unlikely place for a film noir scene. Burger joint. Okay, fast food place. We'll do that. We do fast food, burger place, and whenever you're ready, go ahead.
I'd been searching for the Maltese burger for 3 years. All clues finally led to this place in the middle of nowhere. It was time for me to get it. Hi, I'll have some fries.
Sorry, the speaker's broken. You wanted fries?
Yeah.
You want fries with that?
While he was working on the fries, I had this incredible plan that would get from him the location of the Maltese burger.
Here you go.
Thanks. Where's the Maltese burger?
I didn't know whether I should tell him or not. I didn't know whether it was some elaborate plan or just a simple question. Pardon?
He was playing me like he'd play a fish. I can't make it much clearer than that. It was then I noticed the sesame seeds on his shirt. Say, you got some seeds there. Ha-ha! The Maltese burger.
I guess you got me. Oh, I knew who he was. A disgruntled employee who had worked here 5 years ago. I couldn't forget that face. He used to bob for fries. I guess it's all yours. You got me.
It all seemed too easy. Way too easy. That's when he did something totally unexpected. Something so crazy and wild it took me totally by surprise. Even though it was kind of funny, it still was really weird.
Narrate. This is for Colin and Ryan. You guys are going to act out a film noir scene for us, and you're going to narrate for each other in the stylus of music we selected for you. What I'd like from the audience is an unlikely place for a film noir scene. Maternity ward. That's good. We haven't done that one yet. Maternity ward. So you guys are in a maternity ward. It's a film noir scene, and take it away. Called Narrate.
I was looking for the doctor who had delivered me 50 years ago. I caught up to him doing something strange with a watermelon. Dr. Falowski?
Jim Phillips, isn't it?
Yes, you gave birth to me.
I remember.
Not birth to me, you actually pulled me out.
I remember. Yeah, I remembered him. He's not an easy guy to forget. When he came out, I didn't know which end to slap. He still looked the same. How can I help you?
I came back to exact a little revenge. I didn't mean to tell him exactly what I was going to do. I mean, part of revenge is surprise. But since I told him I was going to wreak some revenge on him, he was probably going to expect that. I wasn't thinking clearly. You like that?
I knew what he was angry about. So many years ago, I'd forgot to cut the cord. It couldn't have been easy for him, traveling through life like that all these many years. But maybe it was time to do right. You're free. Ching-a-ding-ding.
It was then I noticed he had a parrot on his right hand for the entire time he had been talking to me. That was kind of weird. I decided to ask him about it. What's with the parrot?
You mean this parrot? He had never learned the difference between right and left. Look, this parrot was a gift from your father. This is going to make sense. Listen to me.
All right.
He brought the parrot in when your mother delivered so many years ago, but left before you were born.
It was all becoming clear. My birth, the parrot. I knew he was going to explain exactly how it all interconnected.
Sure, I could explain it. But wouldn't it be better coming from the parrot? He's yours now.
So there I was, standing with a bird in my hand, wondering if he was going to tell me a truth about my birth, and then he died. No, not the... Oh!
As we go on to a game called Narrate. Colin and Ryan will approach the carpets, please, and they have to do a scene of meeting on a sleeper train. Meeting on a sleeper train in which they narrate for each other. Generally, we have a bit of music to help the atmosphere of this along. Where you go.
He was lying on the bunk like a tall giraffe that had just been pulled down by a lion hungering for a big giraffe. Mind if I take the bunk underneath you?
No, go ahead. I knew what was on his mind. I didn't like it very much. But if I had a choice, I'd rather he be in the bunk below me than the bunk above me.
He couldn't realize the secret I was carrying within my heart. Who could? It was a secret too big to reveal to anyone, except... Do you mind if I give you a pie?
I hope it's apple. That's my favorite. I'd never had pie before, but it sounded like an intriguing food. I had something for him, but first I wanted to see how much I liked his pie. Looks like a fluffy pastry dessert.
Yeah, that's fluffy pastry. He didn't realize the pie I gave him was made totally out of some cardboard and pictures of apples. I'm a traveling practical joker. That's my line of work. I enjoy it.
The pie was good. It was damn good. Say, what say you give me the recipe for this pie?
The guy was as tall as a pyramid and twice as thick. He had eaten enough paper to start a paper airplane garage in his stomach. But now he wanted the recipe. What gave, I wondered? I was going to find out. That's one of my best jokes. The picture of the apple pie, and you're eating it. What gives, mister?
Every time I spoke to him, he just walked away. I was hoping he wasn't going to do it this time.
I don't think so. I think we've...
Okay, let's go on to a game called Narrate. This is for Colin and Ryan. They're going to act out a film noir scene, and they're going to narrate for each other to some music that we picked out. What we'd like from the audience is an unlikely place for a film noir scene. Got it. Operating room, that was a good one. So, you're acting out your film noir scene. It's set in an operating room. Whenever you're ready. Haha, go ahead.
I'd been looking for Dr. Lee Antoni for 15 years. He was one of the worst plastic surgeons known to man. 15 people ended up with noses on the back of their heads and ears in places that made it hard for them to listen. This was a man who escaped justice for too long. It was my job to bring him in. Hi, I'm here to help you with your operation. I'm not undercover or anything.
Really? You must be the new guy.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting a new guy. As a matter of fact, I operated by myself. But I thought I'd test him out, see if he knew what he was doing. Scalpel.
That's the pointy thing, right? I made my first mistake. But luckily I was a quick thinker and I knew how to cover. Just kidding.
I now knew he wasn't who he said he was. When handing a scalpel, you never do it pointy end first. Would you help me out here?
Sure, what are you operating on?
It's a nose.
Sure, you seem to know all the jargon. But I didn't like the way he was starting to slice it off. To me, a nose is something you have on the front of your face. Makes it easier to smell. I'm just a private dick, but I know these things. All right, Antoni, the game is up. I know you're rearranging people's faces because you want to look better.
I had no idea what he was talking about. But I went along with him. Yeah, sure.
I found this plan in your desk drawer where you're going to rearrange the faces of everybody in the world so you will be the best looking person in the world, and then it sort of dribbled off after that. I was bluffing.
I could tell by looking at him, I'd already worked on him.
Hey, don't forget to stop at your local drugstore and pick up a scorebook. Official Who's Line is Anyway scorebook. You big dope. Now, let's go on to a game called Narrate. Now, in this game, Narrate, Colin and Ryan will act out a film noir scene and narrate for each other to the stylus of music we selected for them. What we'd like from the audience is an everyday location where this film noir scene can take place. Pizza place. It's in a pizza place. So you're acting out a film noir scene set at a pizza place. Go ahead.
It It was a day like any other, except it wasn't. I was getting a pizza, or so I thought. Excuse me, sir, I'd like a pizza, double pepperoni.
Right, that'll be 30 minutes. Or less. I'd seen his face somewhere before. I wasn't sure where. But it wasn't his face that drew my attention first. I wondered why he wasn't wearing pants.
Is there any way you can make it any faster? I'm expecting company.
Well, the dough doesn't rise quite as quick as you do.
He made a crack. There was something about him that just rubbed me the wrong way. I thought I recognized him. Something was nagging in the back of my mind. I just couldn't put my finger on it. Hey, you're a woman, aren't you?
That's right, I am, yeah. Okay, so I wasn't an attractive woman. But I was a woman nonetheless. A woman who knew how to please a man. And put a little extra cheese on here for you.
I like extra cheese.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you like your cheese hot?
Yeah,
Melted?
melted.
Let me put it in the oven for you.
She was playing a game that women and men had played for centuries. Unfortunately, she looked like an open autopsy. Hey, you shouldn't be smoking while you're making my pizza.
You're right, I'm sorry. I felt like saying mind your own business. But there was something about him that drew me to him. Made me want him. Like that pizza in the oven, I wanted him. It just occurred to me, we're never going to be able to use that.
I haven't seen you crawl on your knees like that since you got the show. That was just fantastic. Let's go on to a game called Narrate. This is for Colin and Ryan. They're going to act out a film noir scene and narrate to each other to some music we picked out for them. Underneath the audience is an unlikely place for a film noir scene. The market. So you're like at the supermarket. And whenever you hear the music, take it away.
Three years ago in a produce museum, the casabas of Melnar were stolen. I had trailed the casabas all over the globe. And I ended up in this strange market in the middle of nowhere. I knew I was getting close to the end. Excuse me, happen to see any casabas that are dusty and diamond encrusted?
You're talking melons, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew him. I knew him from years ago. He wasn't worth anything then. He's not worth anything now.
He marked me down. Nothing gets my dander up faster. Nothing. Excuse me, you can't just do that. Hey, what's that bulge?
I knew what the bulge was, but I wasn't going to tell him. I didn't fancy him. He had a face that a scanner couldn't put a price on. Look, I don't want any trouble, mister. I'm just trying to do my job.
I knew he was trying to do his job. He thought I didn't see the casabas hiding in his cheeks. This guy was smart, but not that smart. All right, hand over the casabas. I know you got them, I need them.
He said casabas. Actually, only one was a casaba. The other was a goiter.
I'm not sure what that is, but I see it on a lot of sitcoms. There you go. There's your cassava.
Where's the other one? I let him think for a while. Because I knew he had the answer. I knew it was a good answer, and he was going to tell it to me. Because when you ask a question, you expect an answer because that's the way it works. Question, answer, answer, question. If he gave the answer, I'd have to come up with a question, and that would be Jeopardy. That's wrong.
Right. Let's go on to a game called Narrate. This is for Colin and Ryan. They're going to act out a film noir scene and narrate for each other to the styles of music we selected for them. What we need from the audience is an unlikely place for a film noir scene to take place. A zoo. I heard a zoo, right? I'm going to do zoo. Okay, so you're at a zoo and you're acting out a film noir scene set at a zoo. Go ahead.
I've been looking for him for 14 years. That's 2 in dog years. He had the eyes of a shark and the nose of an aardvark. Took me a while to find him. Hey, Billy. Bet you didn't expect to see me again.
Jerry. Long time no see. Yeah, I remember. Me and 2 goats raised him from a small baby. We'd set him free among the humans. We never thought he'd come back. I wonder why. What are you doing in these parts?
What am I doing? I'm nursing a hate. A real big hate. Sure, it sounds exotic to be raised by goats. But you ever been milked? We got some unfinished business.
He had grown up. He was a big man now. He could take care of himself. That's why I felt no need to tell him that he was standing in some elephant droppings. We got business?
I knew I was standing in elephant droppings, but it was the only way I could get high enough to look into his eyes. He was going to pay for what he put me through.
What do you want? Why are you here?
Why am I here? I'm going to kill you, my friend.
Me? Kill me? I was scared. But I didn't want to look like I was scared. That's why I put up a tough front. Please don't kill me. What purpose would it serve to kill me after all these years?
He squeezed my nipples so hard, tears came to my eyes. Thank you very much.
That was great. 9,999 points for each of you. I give you 10,000 points, but IRS makes you fill out a thing. So, 9,999 points.